What's up, guys? This is going to be a betting breakdown for UFC Fight Night Overeem versus Volkov. It's coming up later today, 5 o'clock start time for the prelims. This is just going to be a betting breakdown video. I'll get back to the normal format next week. I'll also have all the winners posted beside the timestamp, so those are in the description for anybody that wants to jump ahead. So I'm just going to talk about the bets. I just wanted to get this out there. Hopefully a few people see this. It's 2 o'clock now. The fight's starting in 3 hours as I'm making this video. So hopefully I get it out at least a couple hours before the fights. So first bet of the night's going to be Jerome Rivera. If you look at Ody Osbourne and his first fight in the UFC with Brian Kelleher got him out of there pretty easy. And he was a big underdog in that fight. Nobody really saw that one coming. Got the takedown early, sunk in the rear naked choke, and made it look easy. So to see Osbourne come in as such a big favorite here against Rivera, even though Rivera is on a bit of a losing streak, he's a tough guy. He comes to fight, and he's pretty skilled. I think that he's definitely going to have the advantage on the ground. Hopefully he looks to get it there. There might be a slight advantage for Osbourne on the feet, but I do think that at some point throughout the fight that Rivera should be able to get it to the mat. And I'll say that he gets it done by submission. He is a significant dog. I think it's plus 175. So that is going to be the first bet of the night. If you go back and you look at any tape on Ody Osbourne, not really that impressive. He does look okay outside of the UFC, but he hasn't fought any type of competition that he's going to be fighting in the UFC. So I do like Rivera. He's got the better experience. He has fought, a lot tougher guys, and I do think that he should be able to pull out the win there. Or at least, there is some good value on Rivera. So that's the first bet of the night. Then I'm going to go with Frankie Edgar again. I think the line's way off here. He's come in as the underdog. I think his last fight, same type of odds, got the job done against Pedro Munoz. He is at the tail end of his career, but he's got a ton of heart. You're going to have to put him out, for him to stop coming forward. Of course, Sandhagen does have a significant amount of reach, but with the amount of experience Edgar has, he's been calling him out for a while, so normally that means, not only Edgar most likely sees Sandhagen as a good opponent. I'm sure his camp agrees, and hopefully he can implement the game plan that he feels like will get the job done, because he seems to be confident. But with the line where it is, there's definitely some value on Edgar. So that's going to be the second bet of the night. I think it's plus 300 at this point, if not more. And again, these are the type of bets where if you're not that confident, you don't have to put a whole lot down. And if you are confident, it's going to be a big money night if it hits. So first two bets are going to be underdogs. Then we got Alexander Volkov. So to get it out of the way, back when Overeem was in his prime, or even, a couple years ago, I do think he would have taken out Volkov. And I still don't write him off now. But, I think the UFC is definitely looking at Volkov for the win here. He's a younger fighter. He's definitely got some good fight IQ, but the only issue is I do think the strength advantage is going to go to Overeem. But Overeem is a lot slower now. At one point he was the best heavyweight striker in the world. You can never write him off. But I have thought that whether you're looking at a parlay option, if you're not really willing to put the money down on Volkov, I get that. There are a couple favorites and over-unders that you could add on to bump up that line. I think it's going to be a sweat regardless, because with Overeem, one shot can make that difference in a fight. So I am excited for that one. It's a good card overall. Another one of those ones that's flying under the radar. And then for a parlay option, I put together Michael Johnson. I think he should be able to get it done over Clay Guida. Guida's got some crazy movement, crazy cardio. You got to put him away, to get the job done. And I do think that Michael Johnson hasn't looked his best as of late, but he should be able to get it done here. If he doesn't, it's going to be a problem for his career. I think Guida's not going to be around much longer. I'm surprised the UFC didn't cut a lot of these older vets, not guys like Overeem and Frankie Edgar, but there are a few names when they did those 60 cuts at the end of the year that stuck around that I was a little bit surprised about. But I am a fan of Clay Guida. I do think that, like I said, he's a really tough guy. He's fun to watch a lot of times, and I think that should be a really good fight. But I'm going to go with Michael Johnson, and then the over 1.5 for the Edgar Sandhagen fight. A lot of the women's fights as well on this card, I could see going over 1.5. I'll have those on the next page. But I think that one's, not a bad parlay option. You could swap that out with any of the over-unders that you're confident with, just to bump that up if that's something that you're interested in. So that's going to be the bets for this card. I'll get back to the full breakdowns next week, but I wanted to get this video out. So good luck to you guys. Let me know who you have, especially if you're going with Overeem. You know, let me know how you see the fight going, and any of the underdogs on the card. But that's it. I appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.